Welcome to PJ Live with your hosts, Laurie and Andrea. PJ Live is a fun, fast-paced weekly recap of PromoJournal's content. Tune in for highlights from all of the articles, blogs, vlogs, and podcasts from the week. Then grab your favorite snack or beverage and peruse PromoJournal.com for the content that interests you. But first, here's Laurie and Andrea.
Hey, it's actually not Laurie and Andrea this week. It's Laurie and Halle. Halle is my guest co-host this week, filling in for Andrea, who is on vacation. It's actually not really vacation because
college tours.
Yeah, college tours with the family. I mean, it could be fun, but it could also not be fun. So we'll have to find out next week. So we are back with our live episode of PJ Live. This is a weekly recap of all of PromoJournal's content for the week. So Halle and I are going to share with you what dropped this week. And then if there's anything that interests you, you can go over to PromoJournal.com and find the article or watch the video or listen to the podcast and get all the information.
Yep.
Yeah. So we usually start with promo. So this week, Halle and I took a little road trip to visit my mom, who was having surgery, her grandmother, and we went through the town that I grew up in, Bolton, Massachusetts. And Bolton has this store called Bolton Orchards, and it's kind of like a big kind of retail-y farm stand store market. So I brought her in there because tell them about the exciting thing that you get to do for a dime.
Oh, for a dime, I got to try apple cider out of the wall. Put the dime in, and then the apple cider in the wall, comes out of the wall.
So it's been the same since I was little, but it was a nickel back then. And you actually put it in, there's like this
little lock
box that you put your coin in. Yes. And it doesn't like literally come out of the wall. Yeah, it was an honor system. And then there's a little tap. So it's now a dime. But anyway, and so we found a piece of promo there that we just couldn't resist.
Little tote bag.
It's like the jute plastic lined bag. Isn't that so cute? So
matches my outfit.
It does. And it has the nice imprint on the side. And if you're not a fan of like the imprint, just flip it over and you can like. So anyway, so that was one piece of promo. Yes. And then the other piece of promo we're going to share virtually on the screen because it is the Chick-fil-A merch drop. Have you seen that?
Yes, I have.
So this is like brilliant. I loved what they did. They have, it's called Shop by Sauce. Do you know all the Chick-fil-A sauces?
I know Chick-fil-A sauce because that's my favorite. Polynesian because it's a close second. Sweet and spicy sriracha, maybe.
Yes, that's one of them.
Okay.
And then there was like a ranch, an herb ranch or something. And what was the other? Oh, a honey mustard, I think.
Oh yeah, and a buffalo.
Yes,
a buffalo.
A barbecue.
Yes.
So there were lots of them. But so each sauce has its color, and you can shop for your merch based on your favorite sauce color. So I thought that was fascinating. So here is just a sampling of some of the merch and the different color schemes that they have. And here is, hold on. Don't mind me. This is a crew neck that they have, and you can't really tell by the picture, but it's an ombre effect. So it's really a cute shirt. So it's not, I think right on the cuff or something, there's a little Chick-fil-A logo or something. So a lot of it's understated and great colors. They have, hold on a second. They have watches. And then here's the Polynesian. Oh, isn't that pretty? Yeah. So there's like water bottles, hats, shoelaces, there's apparel. The sneakers are really neat. They look like they've been dipped in sauce almost. So the rubber on the bottom is purple and the rest of the sneaker looks to be white, but all sorts of neat stuff. So socks, tote bags, you name it. And you get to shop by your favorite sauce or your favorite color. So I thought that was a really impressive merch drop. So I like
very cool.
All right. So what else do we have this week? We have Monday Minute with Kirby Hausman. Yes. And Kirby started this week with asking about the quality of your questions. And he was saying that the quality of your questions will shape the quality of your results. So he's basically telling you, make sure you're asking
the right questions.
And good questions that are going to get you answers that will help you get better results. So you can watch that over at PromoJournal.com. And what else do we have on Monday?
On Monday, we also had Picks of the Week, and this week's topic was keychains. So we had 3 different keychains. The first one was from Mandy Clay. She did a leather wristlet from Snugs.
I love that one.
It was very cute.
It was different colors of leather.
Yes.
And they embossed the leather.
Mm-hmm.
So just, yeah.
Yeah, and they had different stitching on it too, so you could pick your stitching color. So they have tons of different colors of that.
And
too.
I like that you can like just slip it over your wrist
Mhm.
and you just kind of hangs it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a very good one.
And that was from Snugs.
Yep, that was from Snugs.
All right.
And then Kevin Mullaney did the Power Pop keychain from Power Stick, and that one was fun. It was a fidget, so you fidget with your keys. I love it. I have a fidget at my desk that I fidget with all day, so I like that one.
You can carry your fidget around with you now.
Yes, and your keys anywhere you go.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last pick was from Renee Jones, and that was a aluminum ticket keychain. So the imprint on it looked like a little ticket. So it would be like a memorable item from a concert that you went to or an event that you saw. So that one was very cute.
Yeah, that was neat. I thought that would be great for concerts, for
Mhm.
plays, for any sort of thing. And it's and that was from Illumiline. So yeah, so 3 great keychain picks. And actually, speaking of keychains, Chick-fil-A, they have a pick your sauce keychain, but that is only available in stores. So
you know, have to go get your Chick-fil-A if you want
isn't that
to
so
be in the Picks of the Week spirit this week.
that's kind of interesting that
Yes.
that tied in with your picks this week.
Yes.
All right, and then promo or day this week. Our sponsor is Warwick, and Brandon has been featuring 5 different products all week long from Warwick's line. And they had on Monday, I believe it was card holders, and they do door hangers. I'm not going to give away all the products, so you'll have to go over to PromoJournal.com and check out promo or day, and you can see 5 different videos featuring 5 different products from Warwick this week.
So next was Promo AM with Amelia Model, and I was her guest this week. So
I've been a guest all week.
It's the week of being the special guest. So I was a guest, and me and Amelia talked about the upcoming promo show event, Made in the USA. It's taking place on May 2nd, and it will be kicking off with the national anthem sung by Doug Dipbenner. He's done this a few years in a row now.
4 years.
And we will also have some other fun things going on at the Made in the USA show. We will be doing Picks of the Week live, where Tim Hill, Katie Kaler, and Rich Graham will be sharing their Made in the USA product picks, so you don't want to miss that. And then Taylor Borst will be hosting an education session. So all great pieces of content you will not want to miss.
Busy.
Yes.
And this actually leads nicely into something else that we had dropped this week on Promo Journal, and it was Delivering Marketing Joy with Kirby Hossaman. And Kirby's guest this week was Blue Melnick. Love that name. Blue Melnick. So Blue was his guest, and the topic was virtual events
versus in-person events and
what's better. And so according to Blue, virtual events are killing it. So he said the biggest mistake that people make when they host a virtual event is that they treat it like a webinar or a live broadcast, and that they really need to make sure they're finding ways for people to participate and be active and connect. So that's a very interesting conversation that they had. So if you're somebody who's kind of, weighing the options and whether, asking yourself, are virtual events, dead, dying, gone? Blue says no, that they are still very much alive. So come check ours out next Tuesday, or a week from Tuesday, May 2nd. We'd love to see you. And we're going to have lots of fun. So that was a great conversation. And then we had the brand protector with Jeff Jacobs, and Jeff said in his article this week that it's always a good idea to keep an eye on your competitors' claims. And he didn't say this so you could throw them under the bus or destroy them. It was to kind of help you to just gather information so you know what they're doing and you can kind of improve what you're doing. So he suggests mining for annual reports, press releases, new hire info, any nuggets you can use to compare how your products and services are comparing to your competition. So he uses Google Alerts and gets alerts on different companies that he's looking for information on. So he walks you through step by step how to set up Google Alerts. So if this is something that you're not doing and you're interested in, you can check out his article, and he gives you instructions on how to set up alerts and get some of that information. So that was an interesting read. And then we had Cliff Quicksell this week, and his article was on packaging. And he posed or asked the question, is packaging a promotional product? What's your thought?
I think packaging is a promotional product.
I agree. I think packaging is too. And not to give it away, but Cliff does too. So Cliff talks about it's a great way to enhance the customer's experience. And he said that you might just be astounded by the business that you can generate by suggesting and sharing packaging options as well. So that is a great read. We had, I'm interested on your take on this one. Joel Schaefer, his article or his column's called The Takeaway, and his article this week was titled, I Ain't in Retail. So he talks about how our industry is being invaded and our supply chain is being invaded by retail brands. And he suggests that if we study retail marketing and steal a few plays from their playbook, that we as an industry could really benefit from that. So, like, what's your thought? Do you think that like retail brands tend to do a better job branding themselves than?
I think they have they go viral. They get people like, I have my Stanley. I love my Stanley. I use it every day. I think that, yeah, they brand themselves well. And I think me personally, I always get excited when I get the name brand, retail brand promo products. Those are the
and that actually circles back to last month. Taylor Borst article was on. She had listed like 40 something of her favorite retail brands that have kind of made their way into the promo world. So it's an interesting article and an interesting take. And I think we do have stuff that we can learn from the retail markets, and it is really making its way in. So definitely check out Joel Schaefer's article. And then our very own Jessica Onions, her article dropped this week, Designer Patch, and she shares 5 common flyer mistakes that people make. Now, Halle sees and deals with most of the art that comes through for Promo Corner. So you could probably relate to a lot of these mistakes that Jess talks about. So we see everything, and great design and great art really makes a huge difference.
It does. Yes.
Huge.
Big difference.
So if you're someone who is designing art for your company, you really want to give this a read. It's very important. A lot of it's very basic, but it's things that people just don't do or don't think to do. And it makes a huge difference in the open rates and the number of people that are looking at it instead of deleting. So check it out. I don't want to give away all of Jess's secrets. I want you to go over and read her article, but you'll be glad you did. All right. And then Industry Insider this week, Meg and Steven and Jeff field tested 3 products from 3 different suppliers, and they each had the same 3 products, and they each went out on their own and tested them. And then they all came back, they made videos, they came back together, and they discussed how they felt about these products. And I'm not going to share the products that they tested. You'll have to go and check that out. But it was it was really fun. They had a scoring system of 1 to 10. So they talked about what they liked, what they didn't like, and how they would score the product. So Stephen went a little crazy with his field testing. Like, would you have done what he did? No. Maybe I definitely would not have, but you'll have to go and see what their testing entailed. But it was entertaining. So that was this week's Industry Insider. We also this week, dropping tomorrow, have Bits and Bytes from Steve Shannon, our IT guy, and he talks about SSL certificates, what they are, we need them, how they work, all the stuff that it's like magic to me. Like, I don't know how half the technology stuff works. I'm just grateful we have Steve and he can deal with all of that stuff for us. But they are very important. And I do know that every once in a while, like, I will go to a website and it won't have an SSL cert, and you get like that red triangle, like the warning, like, go away, back up, you're gonna like explode or whatever.
And we have to call Steven and be like, can we go on this?
I'll be like, Steve, this looks dangerous. What do I do? So it's a security feature that helps protect your site, but it also alerts visitors to your site whether or not your site's a safe place to be. So if that pops up, it's not good for you or your business. So check out his article. There are free services where you can get free SSL certs, and there's pros and cons to going with the freebies. But Steve says that it really, he said the benefits far outweigh the risks. So he said that if it's not something you have, you should. So you can give that a read. And did I miss anything? We had a busy week.
I was busy.
I think I got it all. I hope I didn't miss anything. And then coming up next week, we have a new episode of Profiles with Steve Woodburn. I'm really excited for this one. It's a little bit different. And we have our next A Moment in 10 coming up. So I don't think we won't share the theme.
No, we'll keep it a surprise.
We'll keep that a surprise. All right. So I think that about does it.
It does.
This wasn't so bad, was it?
No, it wasn't.
No. Thanks for being my co-host.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. All right. So we will see you back here next Thursday, 3:00 Eastern time, for a recap of next week's PromoJournal content. Thanks for joining us.